So when I started to learn about the joints, and I'm not saying that you have to go and learn about the joints, I just want you really to appreciate that there is a lot of uncontrollable forces that you cannot do anything about, and I don't care how experienced you are on the mat. If you're the best grappler on the mat, there's still going to be uncontrollable forces going through your joints regularly on the mat. That is the reason for your joints feeling fucked after you do jiu-jitsu. Now, that leads me nicely to my solution. And I'm talking about the solution on this YouTube video, but I've actually created an online business in which I create a system for grapplers that want to strengthen their joints and improve their longevity within Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. The link's in the description if you want to jump on the program. It's fucking absolutely awesome. Anyway, what your solution is and what you can take away from this. You now have clarity that there's a reason that your joints are fucked, because a lot of random forces are going through whatever joints. Depending on your game as a grappler will pretty much dictate where the sorenesses is. Do you know what I mean? So like, let's say you're a crazy 10th planet rubber guard kind of guy, it might be your hips, right? It's just different joints, right? Feel it the most. But a real simple way of thinking about that is, think about it like this. The joints in which you're sore are the weakest joints, right? So then leading into the solution should be to prioritize your weakest joints. So you need to use that information that you're getting on the mat. The mat will expose you in ways, you know, psychological ways, emotional ways, physical ways. All these great things, you need to take that information, specifically which joints are sore, and you need to put it into a solution. The solution being, train the strength of your joints through a full range of motion without any interruption. Now, I know time is a struggle for a lot of people. You can do it at home, you can do it in your garden, you can get a gym membership to a local leisure centre and pay a little pennies. However, the true power of this is the no interruption of strengthening of your joints. And as I say, I've got results with people on my program who have come back from some pretty brutal injuries. And it works because, as I say, most grapplers, the only thing they're doing as part of their day is they go to work and then on the night they're grappling, right? There is never a sustained period of conscious and uninterrupted joint strengthening happening, right? And some of you may not have been to the gym before, right? And I want you to look at the gym, I want you to go to the gym being the gold standard, by the way, and I want you to look at the sea of machines that are in a gym and just think, them machines train different joints, right? I don't want you to think about potentially gaining loads of muscle or losing loads of fat. I just want you to think about the solution, which is, if you keep going on the way you are, which is grappling, joints are sore, not doing anything about that warning sign, grappling again in a couple of days, joints are sore, something crazy is going to happen, right? And it's going to be an injury. It's going to turn into arthritis. If you keep that attitude, keep that pattern up, it's going to be an injury. It'll eventually be arthritis, surgery, but you've still got the bad habit. You've still got the habit of not using the warning sign and then not basically adding in a new part of your life to counteract that. So uninterrupted strength training, that really focuses on your weakest joints first. One of the really difficult things about this, right, is people are scared to train joints that are sore. They need to get over that fear. I swear to God, because if you don't get over that fear, you will never strengthen your joints. Your joints will constantly become weak as a result of jiu-jitsu. We all want to do jiu-jitsu for the rest of our lives. This is the solution to doing that. If your joints feel sore, it's because there's a lot of craziness that's happened on the mats. You need to counteract the craziness off the mats to make sure that this goes away. And yes, I completely empathize with, it's difficult to train your knees when your knees are hurting. I can completely understand you on that. But what you need to do is just have a different mindset about strength training from this point forward. I need you to think about not necessarily doing a squat with loads of weight like you used to do back in the day. do a version of a squat in which challenges the knee at its full range of motion, even if using your hands to get out of the bottom position, because that will add up, right? And specifically, again, if it is your knees being generally the biggest joint we're focusing on the longevity program, don't just train it once. Do it 2 or 3 times in a week. Challenge your knees 2 or 3 times per week and think about how much of a positive result you're going to get in a very short space of time. Not that this is a short-term thing, right? It's about noticing a warning sign, understanding what's going on, and knowing the solution. Because if you watch this video and you know the warning sign, you know how to use that information to guide your own training, but then you turn away from it anyway, then you're absolutely mental. Like, there's no hiding the fact that is absolutely stupid. But I know that plenty of you on this program, have a good mindset and you're actually looking for great ways to train. But just to capture a few people that are on the fence with this type of stuff, I know you grapple, I know you love it, and if we want to do this for the rest of our lives, we need to counteract the uncontrollable craziness that happens on the mat. Because every time that happens, I'm not saying you're injured, your joints might be sore, there's a reason for it. I've give you the reason, but I've also give you the solution as well. Hopefully you enjoyed that video, lads. See you tomorrow.